G'day, it's Mark and welcome back to the channel. And this will be, I think, episode 5 in the UK Ford Landau series, the Wild Violet, factory Wild Violet car that I imported from the UK. One of the cars that was exported brand new to England. If you haven't checked out the series on that, the playlist, check those out. You can watch the episodes right through. But today it's pretty lousy weather. Pretty rainified, as my mate Greg would say, but I'm going to collect the vinyl roof that I've had made for the car, so looking forward to that. But I had to grab some money out of the ATM, and this car was parked in front of me, which I thought was really cool. Check it out. It's a Triumph 2000 Mark II in lovely condition. It's on club permit in Victoria, and it's still got the sticker on the back window, Gould's Triumph. It's in a lovely light green. I think these may have been assembled by AMI, Australian Motor Industries. Not 100% sure, but I'll when I go past it, I'll check it out. But yeah, what a cool old car. There it is there. That's a beauty. Yeah, AMI, Australian Motor Industries. If you have a look. There's the badge there. What a cool old car. Okay, so when I got the Landau, there may be 4 springs, but I could find 3 front springs. And so what I did was I can see that vibrating, it's weird. I put it down quite a while ago. It's kind of really weird. I don't know if you guys can notice that, but anyway, that's what they originally looked like, and then I had them blasted and powder coated. So this is for the Landau. Just thought I'd get those done while I was getting the other bits and pieces done for the XL and the P5. Yeah, so we're heading over to, I think, Braeside Way, which is a bit of a hike, to catch up with Paul. And he's a guy that fits vinyl roofs to cars, you know, replaces the vinyl roofs when they're worn out. And as per the P5 LTD, Paul provided that vinyl roof. They're pretty expensive, but you know, if you want the right material, it's Cavalry Twill, which is the same material they've used on a number of other cars, particularly Fords. They use them on the Mark III Lincoln Continental. I've actually got a 1970 Mark III Lincoln. Beautiful, beautiful car. But it's pretty hard to get the material, and it's very expensive. Outside of getting it from, you can get it from SMS in the US. They provide upholstery and roofs and things like that, different grains and that sort of stuff. But in terms of in Australia, there's very little stock left. I think it was made by Nilex originally. And in fact, Paul, the one I'm getting today, he said that's the second last bit of material that he's got. He's got enough for one more car, I guess an LTD or a Landau. And so I'm buying the second last piece of material off him. And he's had this material, you know, stored away safely for like 20 plus years. So I thought I better get the material while I can. I mean, I'm focusing on the P5 LTD as part of, you know, as my restoration project, among other things, as you can tell. You know, I've got the Galaxy as well. But at least the F-Truck's almost finished. I've got to do the bed on that. But yeah, I'm focusing on the P5 LTD. I want to get that finished. But having said that, if I see parts for the Landau that I need along the way, then opportunistically I'll buy those. Or if I see something that I know is going to be really hard to get later on, then I'll definitely get it. So, I mean, for example, I probably want to get another front bumper bar for that Landau. If I see a nice P5, same bumper as an LTD, if I see a nice front bumper, I'll get that with good chrome. If anyone's got one of those, let me know. And probably the mirrors as well, with nice chrome, because the mirrors on the Landau are a bit average. So some things like that I'll buy along the way if I know that I kind of need them, rather than getting a bumper re-chrome, which is very expensive. Plus, they don't do as good a job these days. They can't use the chemicals that they used to use back in the day. I don't know if you can hear that rain or not, but yeah, I'll opportunistically buy stuff for the Landau if I see it. I've got a lot of extra spare parts as well, so that's the other thing. If someone's got a Landau, lots of parts, they need something, maybe I can even do a swap. You know, if they've got a front bumper, I can you know, or mirrors I can maybe swap for something I might have that they want. But getting back to the vinyl roof, so I'm going across town. It's a fair hike, but I want to meet Paul, and I'm not sure if you want to be on camera or not, and pick up the roof. It's brown. There's no white material, so we'll be recoloring that like I did with the LTD. I think the LTD, if you remember that episode or series, I had two different colours of the roof for the LTD, but we ended up making it black because that was the original colour that was fitted. And it's fine. You wouldn't know. You would never know. So, and one of those panels or part of that was brown. So this one I think is brown as well. I'll sit it on the Landau just temporarily. I do want to get the windows, the windscreen and the back window fitted. I've spoken to Stu. He's had a look at the car. He's ordered a new rear window seal for me. But we're still waiting for that, because I think the seal that I got a new one in a plastic bag, but it was sort of Stu reckons they're not the best quality, those ones. So rather than use something that's not maybe up to scratch for something as important as the Landau, I'll get the one that he recommends, because Stu's an expert when it comes to glass. And so he'll fit that, but he can only do that after Brian's done the vinyl roof. So I'm gonna get Brian to do the roof. I'll recolor the roof at that point, then fit up the glass. So at least the car's kind of semi-sealed. Still got to do the doors and the side glass, but at least the front and back window will be fitted. I've actually got a spare back window and a spare front window as well, which I'll just keep as spares. But I'd rather have the glass in the car. It's safer in the car than just sitting sort of separate. But anyway, let's go across town and get the vinyl roof. Okay, so I just picked up the vinyl roof from Paul. So thanks, Paul, for making that up for me with all the padding and everything. The foam padding, he's cut that to suit. Brian, FYI, he said when you do the seams, make sure you do it with the seams folded out. Assume you know what that means. So thanks, Paul. I'll put his number here if anyone wants to reach out to him for the need a vinyl roof. As I said, he's only got one of the Cavalry twill sets left. I don't know if it's enough to do an LTD or a Landau, but he's got other material for other roofs as well, for, you know, American cars or other Australian or European cars. Yeah, the different grains and things like that. But the Cavalry twill certainly something that's yeah, the material's harder and harder to get. So anyway, hopefully, I guess by putting the number there, that might help somebody out if they want a vinyl roof done. He fits vinyl roofs as well, but provides the material, but depends on where he's based in Victoria. So fantastic. It's another piece of the puzzle sorted. Well, hasn't been fitted, but at least I've got the material. So that's the vinyl roof that I got from Paul. I've just rolled it out and put it on the car. I probably will just roll it up again and keep the dust and stuff off it, but or I may leave it like that, I don't know. But it's brown, as you can see, so the plan is that this will be fitted up by Brian, and then Stu will do the windows, and then needs to be painted white, a special paint for vinyl roofs. So it probably won't hurt it to sort of flatten out a bit anyway. I'll ask Brian what he would prefer in terms of the storage for the roof, rather than having it folded up in a bag. I guess, you know, once you get a bit of heat on it anyway, it'll probably smooth out, but I'll have to work out the timing when he might be able to do it. Paul also cut up the foam for it as well. And then in here, in this bag, there's some clips. There's another bit of vinyl, or Cavalry twill, I should say, for the back window. It goes along the back window. There's also some A-pillar. I think this is the foam that goes across the middle. These are the clips. And then there's, oh no, this could be the A-pillar. This could be the A-pillar foam. There's foam for the A-pillars, and then there's a piece for that goes across the back. So there you are. And just on my way back from seeing Paul with the vinyl roof, I went and saw my mate Phil. who's helped me out a bit along the way on the P5 and a few other little things. And he picked up this interior trim for me for the FC LTD, because on the, I'll show you, on the driver's side it was very badly worn. It's got to be coloured to suit. It's got to be a lighter colour, but that's easy enough to do. But he picked this up for him, which is absolutely terrific. So thanks very much, Phil. I really, really appreciate it. I dropped off a couple of little FPV trinkets for him as a very small way of saying thanks, but he's really exceeded himself here with this help. I really do appreciate it. You can see how badly worn that is. So to get another piece to replace that is absolutely terrific. Thanks, Phil. So just a short update on the P4 Landau from the UK, the Wild Violet factory car. I hope you enjoyed that little update. Please do give a thumbs up to the episode. Really does help the channel, enables me to bring you more content that hopefully you're enjoying. You can also hit the hype button. That helps apparently. I don't know the ins and outs of all this sort of stuff, but if you could also please hit that subscribe button as well, so you don't miss out on a future episode. That does make a big difference. So thanks very much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.